everyone. It's Coach Trippi. I'm here with Chef Tom today. I'm really excited. Today is Healthy Soup Day. You know, the interesting thing...
It's 95 outside, so we thought soups was a good idea.
I think it's a great idea, especially because the air conditioning is growing great in our new kitchen.
Yeah.
And an interesting thing here, Chef Tom is not only a chef and a front of the house manager at one of Orlando's finest restaurants and one of Orlando's finest theme parks. He's also a culinary instructor at one of Orlando's finest colleges. So I am his aspiring student as well as Coach Trippi.
Back on making this new soup. It's going to be a chicken tortilla soup. We start off similar to the minestrone that we did a while back, earlier today. Different ingredients a little bit. We have onion, sweet peppers, and celery instead of onion, carrot, and celery. I have some beautiful cilantro and oregano already diced up. I got some limes, got some crushed garlic. I'm going to be doing this little salsa to top it at the end with some tortillas, which are right here, and I have those already. And then I roasted these, which will go into the soup, and we're going to blend those. Roasted peppers, jalapenos, poblano would be good if you had it. That would be fine. We got some jalapenos in there. They're going to work and do the trick for us. So we're good to go. Now we're going to go over here and we're going to cut some chicken up. And, you know, when I told Jeff chicken thighs, he said, well, I'll go with chicken breasts. Okay. Anyway, were they out of thighs?
I don't remember now. I thought...
Okay, but nice, lean, white meat chicken. Very good. So we're just going to cut this, and we're going to kind of do a dry rub on it.
I can't remember if they were out. They might have been out of chicken thighs, actually.
Now that you don't have them.
Huh?
Now that you don't have them, Coach Trippi.
Now that I don't
must
have
been
them.
out of them. It's okay. We got this. They work. The reason why I like thighs is I like the fact that they, for whatever reason, they seem to hold moisture better, and they do have a different taste. But we're going to make this work. And you know, it's a very lean, very little fat. Like I got a little piece of fat there. Get rid of that. And we are going to. We got to be careful when we roast this in the oven though, because it doesn't have as much fat, and it can dry out pretty fast. So we're going to be careful on that. And this is a lot of chicken. Thighs would have probably been, I don't know. This is just all meat. So, but we're going to make it work. Now, they are saying now, you know, everybody likes to rinse their chicken. They're saying, don't rinse your chicken. I'm seeing it online. Don't rinse your chicken. And that's because, you know, people can cross-contaminate. They get the chicken, you know, on various surfaces. So just going into there, you're going to kill anything on it anyway when we cook it. What temperature do we cook chicken? 165 degrees. And this is the last thing we're really doing today on a cutting board. That's why I picked it to be the last thing. We got everything else done. We won't have to ever go back to this cutting board, so there can be cross-contamination or anything like that. We played it safe. We did all vegetables today, nothing else. Today we're making this beautiful chicken tortilla soup, and we are going to get some great meat protein in here, some good lean chicken, and make it wonderful.
Right, Chef.
So, we're going to season this chicken up with some oregano. We're going to use some chili powder. It's going to look like a lot, but I got to work it into the meat. It really doesn't have any salt in it, so it's not like I'm adding salt to it. We're going to use a little bit of cumin. Oh, I forgot what I was going to use today. This is going to be perfect. I brought with me some chipotle peppers, which is going to get some great spice.
Ooh.
And also some nice smokiness. And there's some cumin, some great southwest spices.
Northwest.
And then we're going to use a little black pepper.
Northwest Star.
And it looks like a lot, like I said. We do need a little bit of salt. You can always add more later. So I'm just going to dry rub this into the meat. get it all mixed really good. No sense using another surface or another bowl. I had it on here. It already had chicken on it. We're just going to go with it. Okay, so. And we are going to do this a very simple way. Now, if I was doing it at home for a small batch, just my family, I'd probably just saute this in the kettle that I was going to make the soup in. But because it's a lot of chicken, we're going to do it in the oven. So we got all our chicken seasoned, and we are now getting ready to cook it. I'm just breaking it up, all these small pieces, so that they cook evenly to 165 degrees. Keep in mind we're going to put it in the soup. If it hits 160 and it looks good, I'll probably go with it. But I'm going to get it close because we don't want to hurt anybody. Chicken has to be cooked. And that looks like the right size pan. All right, we're good to go. And we're gonna go for 8 to 10 minutes.
Got it.
Nice roasted corn here. And we're gonna take it off the cob. I got a sheet pan here just to catch it. We're just gonna trim it right down against the cob. Get that nice flavor, you know. The end of May, we're in the beginning of June, but the end of May in Central Florida is our corn season, and that great Zellwood corn, which we're not far from Zellwood. I had to pass Zellwood to get here, and it's always just so good. So this will bring our soup up a notch, and we'll see you at the kettle. All right, I got a hot pan. We're using the same kettle, so you can see the video a little bit better. Instead of that mirepoix that we use on the minestrone, we're using a trinity of onion, bell pepper, and celery. So I'm not putting all this in. I'm just going to put these onions. Again, we're not trying to overcook them. We're trying to cook them soft. We're going to add a little salt to it so that they can soften up. I'm going to turn this down because it already sounds a little too much. If I add a little salt, it helps to release the water, as I told you before. And that's good. And we're going to let this cook down.
That's it.
So it took just 8 minutes, 10 minutes, and we got it all nice, still juicy. It still didn't burn on the bottom. It's cooked completely through. We're going to save this for just a little bit later, and we're going to add it after that trinity of vegetables cooked. All right, we're just going to go put the garlic in. Again, we don't want this burning. We want it to just loosen up, open up. You should be able to smell it pretty quick here already. Oh, it smells great. So we're just going to loosen it up, and we're going to hit this with a little bit of chicken stock so it doesn't go to a dry pan. You could use white wine. Definitely don't use white wine vinegar though. That's an inside joke that will be reserved for later embarrassment.
Later. By tomorrow.
All right. Now this one, last soup we used vegetable stock. This one we're using chicken stock because chicken's going in. So we're going to go with that. So here we go. And I'm going to put one of these in right now, and I'm going to add another 1 to 2 later. 1.5, just like I did the last recipe. So I got one of those in there. It's always great if you can make your own stock. We're doing this in a more of a method you do at your own house, but making a beautiful, great stock for this would be just the ultimate. All right, so you saw that we pureed this with my motorboat mixer, and I'm gonna drop these in here right now, and we are gonna blend those smooth to retain it. I probably should chop these. Let me get these and chop up a bit. Got another chicken stock to this. And I'm gonna blend it smooth. I'll probably have to go back in a second time and smooth after I put those tomatoes in. There's just some chunks in there. We're gonna get this nice and smooth right now. Definitely Tom's got some cleaning to do today.
I'll get it.
I don't have to get it all done right this moment. We use half of the can for get this smooth because once I go with the corn and the beans, I can't break it down anymore. So any of those big chunks of vegetables, I want to make sure that they are completely taken care of. We are good. All right, we're putting in some black beans. Good amount of those. We rinsed them first. We're also going to use another great Southwest thing. It's fresh roasted corn. We roasted it in the oven, and now I'm just breaking it up. That's going straight in. Let's give that a stir.
Oh, close. I gotta look. Hang on. I gotta charge your phone soon.
We're almost done. Cilantro and oregano. I like to cook my cilantro a little longer than like I did in the last recipe where we just kind of steamed it. It kind of tames it a little bit more, melts with the dish a little bit more, so we got some nice... and juice included. We didn't overcook it. Put all this chicken right in here. That a stir. You do want the chicken to kind of break down so that it gets a little, not that it's completely like pulled chicken, but it just has a softness to it because you want a softness in your soup. So it's going to cook for a while. But I would say that's spot on the way it should look right there.
That looks great. Smell
ingredients. So I just want to check the liquid on how much that spice kicks in. Oh, I don't know if it needs any. It does need this. I'm going to put a little bit of these smoked chipotles in there. And I'm only going to use the liquid because I don't want to have, it can be kind of hard. And I don't want to have to blend anymore, so I'm just going to use some of the liquid out of this. And that's going to bring a smokiness, keep the peppers back. And that's going to be what I need right there. And tomatoes, and onions and tomatoes, and serranos. And just a little bit of garlic, some lime juice, some cilantro, and just half a teaspoon of white wine vinegar. And that's it, salt and pepper. So we got that ready. We're going to top our soup with that. Right now, you can decide how you want to do your tortillas. If you want them to be curls, little strips, you can do that. And so I'm just, cutting a few at a time. And then I'm going to just put a little olive oil on them and put them in the oven for just till they crisp up. Or you could do it a more traditional way maybe, and so we got all those. Or you could just take them and you could cut them in diamonds, so you have chips, either or, whatever you prefer, and you can make them as big of chips as you want. I like good sized chips. So we do that. So we have, whatever floats your boat. And we're going to get them in the oven now. So here we are. We have our beautiful, get a zoom in on here. We got our beautiful Southwest chicken tortilla soup with corn and black beans. We roasted peppers, jalapenos. It's got a little bit of heat, but boy, does it have flavor. And so we got this pulled up. We're just gonna finish it the best way we know how with a little pico de gallo. You could put some sour cream on there if you wanted. Put just a nice little dollop of that. Add a few of these tortillas on top. And there you got it. Chicken tortilla soup.